it's Hoyt Day here at Dead-On Archery. I've got 3 models here of the Hoyt, so we're going to be going through all 3 of them today. Kind of explaining the good, like I said, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But just to get to it really quick, we've got the Hyperforce hanging next to me. I've got the RX1 and the Standard 32 and the RX1 and the Ultra. So we will be going over every one of these bows, touching base on them, going through draw cycles, everything like that. That way you guys can know exactly what you're in for, what you're after, and we're going to see how it goes. So without further ado though, let's shoot some bows. First one up, the Hyperforce. So they carried the technology from the carbons and onto the Hyperforces here as well with the aluminums. So first thing that you're going to notice on these new Hoyts are the limb pockets. So you have a smaller limb pocket here and you have a much wider limb pocket down here, like I said on the last video. This is the most distinct function, the difference you can see between the new bows. The reason they did that is for balance. Okay, that thing is balanced perfectly on there. So the actual balance holding that bow, everything is perfectly balanced. So pretty awesome there. But they did a great job there. Kind of the new features to go over this, you'll need to see right away too are the roller guards. Did away with the flex guard system this year. The reason for it are the new cams. So these new cams, pretty incredible. What they've done is they've done a zero track system here like you're going to see on the Matthews, on the Primes, PSEs, all those guys. So with that new track system, basically it's eliminating cam lean. Now I say eliminating very lightly. Nothing really eliminates 100%. So just be honest with everybody out there. The cam lean, you have to have it. Every bow has to have some bit of cam lean. And I know the haters out there are saying, oh no, you're wrong, everything like that. Just telling you, your bow, if you shoot a prime, if you shoot anything out there, it has a little bit of cam lean. They work together. It's designed to work that way. But it does eliminate a lot of it. So the cam lean, like I said, it's a good and a bad thing, but that's a whole other video, a whole other topic. The cams this year, so with that double yoke system, whole new mod system on here, extremely easy to move. So very tech savvy, very tech happy we are for sure. Working on these bows, double stop. So you see that double stop down there. So we have the double stop feature going on, and the swing mods. So everything's in swing mods. This year they came out with all new cams sizes as well. So they still have a 2, a 3, and now a 4 cams. I'm not going to really go into too much detail as far as what draw lengths those all do and everything like that. You can go online, you can go to Hoyt's website and you can look them up and see the size there. I will tell you generally, you will want to be towards the top end of the cam on the draw length for more performance. So what that means is if you're like me, I'm a 28.5-inch cam, I would be shooting the number 2 cam to get that top performance. Now depending on feel, you might like to shoot the 3 cam over the 2 cam, just depends on what you're after there. Riser design, totally new riser design for the Hoyts on the Hyperforces, all that, and a new grip. Their grip system is awesome this year. I am very happy with it. I personally have really never been a Hoyt grip fan by far. So with this new grip, it makes that balance seem so much nicer. My hand fits in it a lot better. Now I have pretty small hands. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I've never really been a fan, but they do a good job. New dampening system, and they've actually added a port down there for your stabilizers as well. So that's about it on the new Hyperforce there. We're going to go ahead and shoot it, see what we kind of get out of performance. We're going to shoot it here. We're going to be real quiet, that way you guys can listen to it. I'm going to go over the draw force of the cams, and we're going to kind of see how that goes, and then we will also shoot every bow through a chronograph as well. Alright, so we're going to get to shooting. Just changed all the draw lengths on these bows real quick and easy. Literally all 3 of them probably took me 5 minutes. And I did not have to use a bow press as well. So I've got the Hyperforce here. We're going to shoot that one first. Got those wider limbs going here. We're going to put those to work. Other than that, let's do some shooting. So pay attention to the bow here. I've got a couple arrows that I'm going to shoot out of it. Watch how the draw cycle is. I'll explain what I'm feeling on the draw cycle. And then watch after the shot how this bow moves in my hand. Listen to the noise everything like that. Snap on here. Okay, 70 pounds, 28.5 inches. So on the first start, when I come through on this draw cycle, these cams, they're pretty stout, and then it gets really easy towards that back end. So they actually are extremely smooth. They're stout right at the beginning, and then they smooth out. So really awesome there. Doesn't even rip your shoulder out. Okay, just like that. On there. Holds like a laser. Super balanced. Now listen to this. Now this is the aluminum version. This is the Hyperforce. Little bit of movement in the bow. I shoot extreme open hand. I'm not grabbing the riser, doing anything around there to kind of manipulate that. So a little bit of movement. I am feeling a little bit of hand shock. I will tell you, put a good stabilizer on here, get all your accessories on, and you won't feel it. Other than that though, extremely a good shooting bow. That draw cycle, like I said, that draw force curve is, it basically starts out real stiff, it comes up, and then it nice evenly rounds out. So that's how they're getting that speed out of that cam, is they're building at the front end, not the back end. Really important to understand that. So they're building at the front, not the back, and then it smooths out towards that back, so you have a nice comfortable draw all the way back. Alright, we're going to move on to the new carbon, the RX1, the Redworks RX1 here. Get a good look at that bow there. They've been out for a little bit now. Most of you guys have been into your dealers, have already seen them, already seen kind of everything about them, shot them, everything like that. All the new bows this year have a 6-inch brace height as well with Hoyt. Whether if you agree with that, whether if you like it or not, it is a good shooting bow. Pretty much the most part now too, everything is all riser now. These limbs are beyond parallel. So that brace height, even though it still is important, it's not as important for that stability. So just kind of let you know on that. But we're going to go ahead and shoot this bow. Again, that same grip system that they have on there, the new grip system. Really awesome there. So let's go ahead and shoot this. 28.5 inches, 70 pounds on this one as well. Same draw cycle, same draw system, everything like that. Nice, super firm back wall. Oh, I'm impressed with that. And of course, love that grip. This is a 32-inch axle bow. If you notice, that one stayed in my hand a little bit more, so it actually kind of stayed right there. I would say it's a little quieter than the aluminum. Definitely a little bit less hand shock than the aluminum. That carbon always absorbs the aluminum better. I will tell you, these carbon risers are definitely what they say they are, and that's the reason for the price point. Kind of touch base on that really quick, but we've actually had guys in here, full 30-inch draw length, 70 pounds, and dry fire their carbons, and the strings don't even blow off. So when Hoyt says they do that 1500 cycle dry fire, it's true, it works. So pretty incredible that what happens is that energy can't go to that arrow, so it has to go somewhere, and then your next step is the cams. After the cams, it'll go into the riser. So that's why the carbon holds up better than the aluminum will, because it absorbs that vibration a whole lot better. So it just kind of sucks it in. Then aluminum bow, it doesn't. Do one more shot. Love the string angle this year. So string angle is nice, it's comfortable. A little bit of movement. So that's the new Hoyt Carbon RX1. Now we'll move over to the Ultra, the 35-inch axle bow. This guy right here, all the same features as that 32, so we don't really need to go over that anymore on that. The only difference is obviously is the axle, the stability. Whenever you have a longer axle bow, you have more mass out there. Makes it easier for those longer shots to be more accurate with. Definitely a little bit more weight. You expect that for a longer axle bow. So we're going to shoot this one. So the draw cycle, even though it's the same cams on the Ultra, it actually feels a little smoother, and a lot of that's because of the angle. So you've got you're pulling from a longer axle angle, so let's draw that cam is going to feel a little bit smoother for sure. So pretty much the same feel as the RX-1. It's kind of funny as we've progressed down on these bows. So we've gone down almost in hand shock. So if you're a big hand shock vibration guys, which some people are, some people aren't, it doesn't really matter. The arrow's already left the bow. It's just all about comfort. The thing is though, is we've definitely went down in hand shock. I would say the 35 has just a little bit less on that. Now you can see these bows are all naked. They're just bare. So we haven't even really put them on a draw board or anything. These are right out of the box. We'll do another one here. Smooth shooter. So very nice. So that's the RX-1 Ultra in the series. Now we don't have the turbo. I have shot the turbo though, and I will tell you the turbo is a totally different bow this year than it has been in the years past. Definitely make sure you shoot it. And I think they're supposed to be shipping anytime now, middle of this month, 1st of December, they're going to start shipping the turbos. But the cams, whole new cam system for the turbos, they're kind of almost the same design of these cams here that the new Hoyts have come out with, the Hyper ZT cams. So kind of almost the same draw force on it. They do stack a little bit more on the back end versus these guys get easier on the back end, and that's where they're getting that 350 feet per second speed on. Other than that though, the bow is better, it is smoother, it is quieter. Very important. That new turbo, I don't have it here for you. Like I said, I shot our reps when they came through, but the new turbo is much quieter than it has been in the years past. We haven't been able to do any tuning on it yet, so I'm not really sure on that. It does look like though, with the same kind of cam design, everything like that should be the same, and they should tune up just fine. We actually took the RX-1 when we got this in. This is the first one we got in. We actually took this right out of the box, put a rest on it, literally just checked timing. Everything was perfectly timed from the factory. Went back and shot a bullet hole perfect. That's me. That's saying something. So they do obviously tune very well and have had good luck with that already. So that's it, guys. So we just shot all those bows. The next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to shoot it through the chronograph. Alright, so we're over here at the chronograph now. So we're going to shoot this Hyperforce. This is at 28.5 inches, 71 pounds with an Axis 340 arrow. This is actually my personal arrow here. This weighs 440 grains. Let's see what she can do. .282. So right in there, I take the average of that between all that, probably around 283-ish right in there. So pretty good for that heavy of an arrow. Kinetic energy should be real plenty high on that. So literally that's literally fast enough you can shoot any animal in North America that you want there. So we're going to move over to the RX-1 now. This is the 32 RX-1 right here. So it's not the Ultra, it's the 32. Same specs, everything. So we should see about the same speed. Again, 71 pounds, 440 grain arrow, 28.5 inches on draw. So this one seems to be doing a little bit quicker. We're going to shoot one more. And what you're seeing the inconsistency of really is it all depends on where this arrow is going through here as far as how the senses are hitting it. So the lower it is, actually you're going to get the lower speeds. The higher you got in here, you'll get the perfect speeds. You get up here, you start losing speed again. So that's where you're seeing a little bit of inconsistency. Duplicate 286. Some of that could be as well. If you notice, the Hyperforce has the whisker biscuit on it. This has the hostage rest. Maybe a little bit of drag. Overall though, it's still shooting right about the same. Now we're going to shoot the Ultra. So again, 6-inch brace height, same kind of specs, a little bit on there. So we'll see what this kind of produces here. And again, 440 grain arrow, 28.5 inches, 71 pounds. Now the Ultra is IVO'd slower than the standard 32 or the Hyperforces, and that's what we're seeing here. Alright, that's it. That's the 2018 bow reviews right there. So went over the new Hyperforces and the RX1s. We shot the RX1 and the RX1 Ultra. We will be getting in the turbo soon, so we'll be shooting that one as well once that comes in. Hopefully these videos were helpful. Hopefully you learned a lot about these new bows through them, and you can apply that to when you go into your local Hoyt dealer and you can check them out and go from there. I appreciate it. Thank you for all watching this, and good luck finding that new bow this year. They're awesome.